You, my friend, are responsible for delaying my rendezvous with Star Command.
You are a toy! You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear. You're an action figure. You are a child's plaything.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Toy Story is a 1995 animated adventure comedy film produced by Pixar Animation Studios for Walt Disney Pictures. It would be the first ever entirely computer-animated feature film, find tremendous box office success, and would spawn a franchise. In an American home, a young boy named Andy Davis, voiced by John Morris, plays with his toys. Mr. Potato Head, Ham the Piggy Bank, Bo Peep and her sheep, a Slinky dog, and Rex the Tyrannosaur dinosaur. However, his favorite toy is the pull-string cowboy doll, Sheriff Woody Pride.
Reach for the sky!
Oh no, Sheriff Woody!
Andy, along with his mom, voiced by Laurie Metcalf, and his baby sister Molly, are preparing to move into a new house. Andy is also planning on having friends over for his birthday party later that very day. Once humans leave the room, the toys come alive. Sheriff Woody is the de facto leader of the toys, voiced by Tom Hanks.
Pull my string. The birthday party's today? Okay, everybody. Coast is clear.
Mr. Potato Head, voiced by Don Rickles, laments his frustrations over being drooled on by an infant.
Ages 3 and up. It's on my box. Ages 3 and up. I'm not supposed to be babysitting Princess Drool.
Woody tries to encourage Rex the dinosaur, voiced by Wallace Shawn, to keep working on his self-esteem.
Were you scared? Tell me honestly.
I was close to being scared that time.
Oh, I'm going for fearsome here, but I just don't feel it.
And he also finds a love interest in Bo Peep, voiced by Annie Potts.
I wanted to thank you, Woody, for saving my flock.
Oh, hey, it was, nothing.
What do you say I get someone else to watch the sheep tonight?
Hell yeah.
Woody informs his faithful Slinky dog, voiced by Jim Varney, that he wants to hold a staff meeting to discuss the birthday party, stressing out all the toys, including Ham the Piggy Bank, voiced by John Ratzenberger.
Oh yes, one minor note here. Andy's birthday party has been moved to today.
What's going on down there? Is Mom losing her marbles?
Well, obviously, she wanted to have the party before the move. I'm not worried. You shouldn't be worried.
Of course Woody ain't worried. He's been Andy's favorite since kindergarten.
Hey, come on, Potato Head. If Woody says it's all right, then, well, darn it, it's good enough for me.
The sheriff enlists the help of Sergeant, leader of the Little Green Army Men, voiced by R. Lee Ermey, to head downstairs and keep an eye on the birthday party to announce the arrival of any new toys.
Code Red, repeat. We are at Code Red. Recon Plan Charlie, execute. Let's move, 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 move.
Come on, kids. Everyone in the living room. It's almost time for the presents.
As the presents are opened, it appears that the toys have avoided any huge surprises. Just then, Andy's mom pulls out a final gift from the closet.
Mom has pulled a surprise present from the closet.
It's a huge package. Oh, get out. One of the kids is in the way.
I can't see you.
It's a what? What is it?
Oh no, you big lizard!
Unable to get a look at what it is, Andy and his friends run upstairs. Woody is pushed out of his spot on Andy's bed and appears to have been replaced by the new toy.
What are you doing under the bed?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm sure Andy was just a little excited. That's all. Too much cake and ice cream, I suppose. It's just a mistake.
Well, that mistake is sitting in your spot, Woody.
The new arrival is a Space Ranger action figure named Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Tim Allen.
Buzz Lightyear mission log, stardate 4072. My ship is run off course en route to Sector 12. I've crash landed on a strange planet.
The impact must have awoken me from hypersleep. No readout yet if the air is breathable, and there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Hello? Oh, yeah! Ah! Whoa! Hey, whoa! Did I frighten you? This is my spot, see? The bed here.
Local law enforcement. It's about time you got here. I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, Universe Protection Unit. My ship has crash-landed here by mistake.
Woody soon becomes aggravated by the fact that Buzz appears to believe that he is an actual Space Ranger, not an action figure toy. Buzz soon impresses the others with his high-tech features and becomes Andy's new favorite toy, provoking even more jealousy from Woody.
Listen, Light Snack, you stay away from Andy. He's mine, and no one is taking him away from me.
What are you talking about? Where's that bonding strip?
And another thing, stop with this spaceman thing. It's getting on my nerves.
Are you saying you want to lodge a complaint with Star Command?
You actually think you're the Buzz Lightyear?
Buzz is also informed about the neighbor boy, Sid Phillips, voiced by Eric Von Detten. Sid is a psychopath who tortures and kills toys. His latest victim is a toy soldier.
Oh no, I can't bear to watch one of these again.
Oh no, it's a combat Carl.
What's going on?
Nothing that concerns you spacemen, just us toys.
I'd better take a look anyway. Why is that soldier strapped to an explosive device?
That's why Sid.
You mean that happy child?
That ain't no happy child. He tortures toys just for fun.
He's lighting it! Hit the dirt!
2 days before the move, Andy and his mom prepare to have dinner at Pizza Planet. Andy is allowed to bring along one toy. Wanting to ensure Andy brings him instead of Buzz, Woody tries to knock Buzz behind the desk using the radio-controlled car known as RC. However, Buzz is accidentally knocked out of the window, leading the other toys to believe that Woody has deliberately killed him.
Where is your honor, dirtbag? You are an absolute disgrace. You don't deserve to. Hey!
Couldn't handle Buzz cutting in on your playtime, could you, Woody? You're gonna knock me out of the window, too?
I don't think we should give him the chance.
Andy takes Woody along to the restaurant, but Buzz confronts him in the car. The two fight and fall out and are left behind. They eventually hitch a ride to the restaurant on a Pizza Planet delivery truck. While at Pizza Planet, Woody attempts to get he and Buzz into Molly's stroller, but Buzz mistakes a claw crane filled with alien toys for a rocket ship. Buzz goes in and Woody attempts to pull him out. They, along with an alien toy, are won by the sadistic Sid.
Nirvana is coming. The mystic portal awaits.
Will you be quiet? You guys don't get it, do you? Once we go into Sid's house, we won't be coming out.
Taking the toys back to his house, Sid soon executes the alien toy by feeding it to his vicious bull terrier dog, Scud.
Ready, set, now!
Realizing that they are marked for death, Woody and Buzz find themselves in Sid's room among mutant toys made from parts of other toys that Sid has destroyed. Buzz sees what he thinks is a message from his Star Command, only to realize that it is a television commercial, promoting him as an action figure toy.
Buzz Lightyear action figure and save a galaxy near you! Buzz Lightyear! Available at all Al's Toy Bound outlets in the Tri-County area.
Buzz realizes that he is not a Space Ranger, but just a toy.
Look, over in that house is a kid who thinks you are the greatest, and it's not because you're a Space Ranger, pal. It's because you're a toy. You're a Buzz Lightyear. Any other toy would give up his moving parts just to be you. You've got wings. You glow in the dark. You talk. Your helmet does that whoosh thing. You are a cool toy. As a matter of fact, you're too cool. I mean, what chance does a toy like me have against a Buzz Lightyear action figure? I'm the one that should be strapped to that rocket.
Can Woody and Buzz work together and escape Sid's torture chamber before Andy and the other toys leave them behind? John Lasseter first experienced the idea of using new computer-generated animation for films back during his work as an animator at Walt Disney Feature Animation in the 1980s. Lasseter tried to pitch the 1987 film The Brave Little Toaster as a fully computer-animated film to Disney, but the idea was rejected and Lasseter was fired. He went on to work at Lucasfilm and became a founding member of Pixar. In 1986, Pixar was purchased by Apple Inc. co-founder Steve Jobs. In 1988, toy collector Lasseter created a short computer-animated movie called Tin Toy, told from the perspective of a toy. Tin Toy won the 1989 Academy Award for Best Animated Short Film, the first ever computer-generated film to do so. Tin Toy gained Disney's attention, and the new team at Disney, including CEO Michael Eisner and Chairman Jeffrey Katzenberg, sought to get Lasseter back. He decided to stay with Pixar. Plans were then set into motion to make a production deal between Disney and Pixar. Disney and Pixar did not get along at all. The early negotiations for this movie became a point of contention between Steve Jobs and Michael Eisner for many, many years. Work on Toy Story's script began in 1991 and went through many changes. Deciding to make the movie a buddy film, the story department drew inspiration from the 1968 movie The Odd Couple and the 1988 movie Midnight Run. An original title for this movie was You Are a Toy. Woody and Buzz may have been named after Cornelius Woody Wood and Harrison Buzz Price, two former Disney employees who were instrumental in the creation of Disneyland in the 1950s. Wood was the park's chief developer, and Price was one of its primary economic advisors. Buzz Lightyear's name was also said to have been inspired by Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the moon. Buzz Lightyear was originally going to be named Lunar Larry. R. Lee Ermey's character, Sergeant, was inspired by his character Gunnery Sergeant Hartman in the 1987 film Full Metal Jacket. R. Lee Ermey was a staff sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps, receiving an honorary promotion to Gunnery Sergeant in 2002. The character of Andy is named for Andreas Andy Van Dam, a Brown University professor and computer science and animation pioneer who taught many makers of this film. Sid Phillips is said to have been inspired by a former Pixar Animated Studio employee of the same name who was known to disassemble toys and use the parts to build bizarre creations. Sid's dog is named Scud, a reference to the missiles that carried biological warfare substances used by Saddam Hussein when he carried out attacks during the Gulf War in 1991. The carpet in Sid's house has the same hexagonal pattern as the carpet in the Overlook Hotel from the 1980 film The Shining. During the Mrs. Nesbit scene where Buzz is depressed and drunk on Darjeeling tea, he was with two headless dolls.
What happened to you?
One minute you're defending the whole galaxy, and suddenly you find yourself sucking down Darjeeling with
Marie Antoinette and her little sister.
This is a reference to Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France, who was guillotined in 1793 during the French Revolution with her sister-in-law, Elizabeth. The toolbox on top of the milk crate that Woody is trapped in Sid's house is a Binford, the same tool brand that Tim Allen used on his hit ABC television series, Home Improvement. Originally, Paul Newman and Clint Eastwood were considered to voice Woody. Robin Williams was considered, and Steve Guttenberg declined. Early test footage was made using Tom Hanks' voice from the 1989 film Turner and Hooch, and it convinced Tom Hanks to sign on for the movie.
No, you're eating the car! Don't eat the car! Not the car! Oh, you stupid dog!
Billy Crystal was originally offered the chance to voice Buzz Lightyear, and footage from his 1989 hit film When Harry Met Sally was used for an animated screen test.
But you gotta know that someday, believe it or not, you'll go 15 rounds over who's gonna get this coffee table. This stupid, wagon wheel, Roy Rogers garage sale coffee table!
On the advice of agents and managers, Crystal declined. Upon seeing the finished film, Billy Crystal said the decision was one of the biggest mistakes he ever made. After learning about this, John Lasseter telephoned Billy Crystal's house to offer him the role of Mike Wazowski in the 2001 Pixar animated film Monsters, Inc.
I'm in my office, and the phone rings, and it's John Lasseter, who created the whole world. He says, "Hey, Billy, it's John." I go, "Hi, whatever it is, yes."
Bill Murray, Mel Gibson, Bruce Willis, Jim Carrey, and Chevy Chase were also considered for the voice of Buzz Lightyear. Eventually, the pairing of Tom Hanks and Tim Allen would work like a charm for this movie, and they recorded their lines together to make their characters' chemistry and interactions more realistic.
Sheriff, this is no time to panic.
No, this is the perfect time to panic. I'm lost. Andy is gone, or they're going to move from the house in 2 days, and it's all your fault!
My fault? If you hadn't pushed me out of the window in the first place...
Oh, yeah? Well, if you hadn't shown up in your stupid little cardboard spaceship, taking away everything that was important to me...
Don't you talk about importance. Because of you, the security of the entire universe is in jeopardy.
What?
Right.
What? What are you talking about?
Rick Moranis and Daniel Stern were considered to voice Rex the dinosaur. The role would go to Wallace Shawn. Danny Glover and John Cleese were considered for the role of Slinky, which would go to Jim Varney. Danny DeVito was considered for the voice of Ham the Piggy Bank, which would go to John Ratzenberger. John Ratzenberger's voice of Ham would lead to his doing voiceover work in many, many Pixar animated films in the decades following this movie. Due to so much voice acting in extremely high-grossing animated films, John Ratzenberger would become one of the highest-grossing actors of all time. Joe Pesci was considered for the role of Mr. Potato Head. The role went to actor and comedian Don Rickles. Mr. Potato Head's line,
What are you looking at, you hockey puck?
was one of Don Rickles' catchphrases. Lisa Kudrow, Catherine O'Hara, Molly Ringwald, Brooke Shields, and Jodie Foster were considered for the voice of Little Bo Peep. The role went to actress Annie Potts. During a test screening, director John Lasseter heard adult sobs coming from the audience when Buzz lies apparently broken, realizing that he's only a toy. Upon hearing the sobs from adults, John Lasseter said, "We might have a hit film on our hands." Released into theaters November 22, 1995, Toy Story would gross $394.4 million on a budget of $30 million. This made Toy Story a tremendous box office success and the highest grossing film of 1995 in the United States. Randy Newman was hired to compose 3 original songs for the film. He wrote the film's signature song, You've Got a Friend in Me, in just 1 day. The song would reach number 40 on the Canadian charts in 1996. This was the first animated film nominated for the Academy Award for Best Screenplay. The movie lost both Best Original Score and Best Original Song to the 1995 Disney film Pocahontas. Director John Lasseter won the Oscar for Special Achievement Award for his inspired leadership of the Pixar team, resulting in the first feature-length computer-animated film in history. Toy Story was released on VHS on October 29, 1996, and would sell over 21.5 million video copies within the first year of release. This film was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant to American history. I remember the first time I ever heard about this movie. I saw a trailer for it sometime in 1995, and I remember being really captivated by it. I had never seen anything that looked like that as a cartoon. I told my mom about it, and I remember saying to her, "Mom, there's this new animated cartoon movie coming out about toys that come to life and talk, but it looks amazing, it looks real." And I remember I said, "I think it's called Toy Store or The Toy Store." I remember that. I, like every other kid in the 1990s, saw this film and absolutely loved it. At the time of this movie's release, I had already seen Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump, Big, Dragnet, Turner and Hooch, The Money Pit, among many others. Everyone, including my family, was watching Home Improvement with Tim Allen. We knew the voices of Designing Women's Annie Potts and Cheers' John Ratzenberger, not to mention Jim Varney from the Ernest P. Worrell character movies. That added to the enjoyment of this animated movie. It really is a good film, and the storytelling and the voice acting make it a classic. I highly recommend the 1995 animated adventure comedy film, Toy Story.